Hey guys, this is Matt Wenning at winningstrength.com, and today we're going to talk about kettlebells and most importantly kettlebell swings. But first I would like you guys to like, subscribe, and comment on where you think kettlebells came from and why. Kettlebells were first introduced in farming for counterweights for crops. This gave kettlebells its environment to the farmers and they started exercising with them. The next big step to kettlebells is strongman and things like circus performers. And so you start seeing this pop up around the 19th century, them using kettlebells and circus performances and things of that nature, starting to gain popularity with mass media, magazines, articles, strongman competitions, and so now we have a little bit of a background in how kettlebells got started. About 1948, the Russians created a kettlebell sport, and so this is where kettlebells became part of an integral unit of training. If you look at a lot of the old Russian books, pre-periodization phases, which is around 1956, there's a lot of stuff done with kettlebells just because kettlebells are readily available. We don't really see kettlebells become really popular around the world until around the 1970s and 80s. This is when the Russians start to utilize kettlebell training for sport, and that's when the rest of the world starts to catch up and see that kettlebells can be utilized, when in all reality the Russians have been using them for a long time. Around the 1990s or so, there was a guy named Pavel Testelin that brought kettlebells into everybody's exercise repertoire. So it's not that they weren't already around, but that was the first person that I can personally remember having books and articles on kettlebell training and utilizing it, which is really smart because if you think about it, kettlebells can be used for a lot of exercises that we might go into in a different video. But today what I want to talk about is how do you do kettlebell swings correctly, and how do we use them to save you from injuries and make sure that it's helping your actual lifts go up. So at winningstrength.com, we use kettlebell swings a little bit different than the rest of the places use. Now, a lot of people will use a direct hip hinge style swing, which is very little knees and it's a lot of leaning over in your back. But in my opinion, we want to reinforce proper motor patterns. This means we want to actually squat throw the kettlebell. Now, a couple of steps to go over this. One, the kettlebell in your arms is just like a piece of string. The only thing that's kind of tight is holding the kettlebell. So you're not lifting it with your shoulder. The next big thing is that you want to make sure lateral pressure is being applied to your feet. So when you're set up, wherever you want to put your feet, make sure you push out. That turns on the glutes, okay? So now when I grab the kettlebell, I'm gonna grab it with both hands, keep my arms straight, my chest up, and I'm actually gonna teach my body how to either deadlift or squat. Okay, notice my butt's sticking out, my chest is staying high. So then we have to learn how to squat with it first. Then we just turn it into a swing. Throw it right to your eyes, keep pushing your knees out, and this will teach you how to deadlift and squat a lot better, and also keep you from using a ton of back by doing it this way. I think the traditional kettlebell swing has been bastardized by CrossFit and a lot of other places. It puts too much pressure on the lower back. What we really want to use the lower back for is to help the glutes, the hamstrings, and the quadriceps work in one integral unit. So when you're doing your kettlebell swings, make sure you do them squat style and then throw them to the eye, keeping your arms loose, and that's going to give you the best results.